Okay, so today we have split ends and I got you. So after I did a Crowded House reaction a while back, I guess now, somebody requested, a couple people actually requested to do Neil's first band. This was before Crowded House, and I'm intrigued, and with his brother Tim on here as well. And yeah, so this is basically, it was their signature track, their biggest hit. So we're gonna get into it. I got you, gonna try to watch the video, might get blocked, we'll see what happens. Anyway, always have to say that. But yeah, let's get into it, talk about it after, and here's some split ends. And I think I'm pronouncing that right.
I got you,
Wow.
that's all I want. I won't forget, that's a whole lot. I don't go out, not now that you're in. Sometimes we shout, but that's no problem.
Facial expression.
I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you can tell that I'm not lying. Look at you, you're a pageant. You're everything that I've imagined. Something's wrong, I feel uneasy. Reassure me, tell me you're not teasing. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, tell that I'm not lying. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you tell me you're not lying. There's no doubt, not when I'm with you. When I'm without, I stay in my room. Where do you go? I get no answer. You're always out. It gets on my nerves. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, tell that I'm not lying. But I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you tell me you're not lying. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you tell that I'm not lying.
What a fun video. All right, I got you from Split Ends. So like I said, I hope this video can be shown and it's not blocked. But anyway, because that was a fun video. So before, to talk about the video, I guess, are at the top. I just love that Neil Finn is, by himself and the band is behind, a glass or whatever. And the looks, the expressions he's giving, even Tim was giving as well. The eyes, there's a lot that's being said with the eyes, frightened and everything. And Neil is really playing that character of being a frightened man. And he's he seems very unpredictable with his eyes and everything. I was just captivated by the video. And I mean, coming into this, you have a title, my back hurts, my God, a title like I Got You, and, you're thinking, is this going to be like a lovey song or whatever? I mean, I Got You, it's just like, you think of somebody who, you have someone, whatever. And I mean, that's part of it, but also it seems like here, Neil is a bit insecure, it sounds like, he's a bit insecure and he's a bit, friggin' like with the eyes and everything, he's a bit, wondering what's going to happen. Like I said, he's kind of, he doesn't trust this person, whatever. He even says in the song one part, something along those lines, that he doesn't know where the person is or whatever, and it pisses him off, basically. Anyway, so yeah, it's such an interesting video, and it was so captivating, like I said. And to see the personnel here, because I gotta go to the personnel and talk about Eddie Rayner on the keyboards here. And I mean, for this coming out, I think it was 1979. Let me see. It was recorded in 1979, released in January of 1980. But obviously, what came to mind, it was like, it reminds me a little bit of like Gary Newman or like the Cars, because again, I'm a big Cars fan, just I guess a new wave kind of sound. I mean, obviously it fits for that time. But I mean, obviously right off the bat with that, it was almost like it really fit the song, because I thought the guitar riff at the top from Neil, Neil was on guitar here. It was kind of cryptic to me. It was so, like, the guitar part off the top was only a few seconds, but it sounded a little bit cryptic, and I mean, that really it set the tone for the song. And also like that, I see here, Neil was talking about, because he was talking about how he played that, and basically he said that it was the only chords he knew. So I just love that, at that point, it's just like, well, I'll just do what I know. And I mean, yeah, it really stuck with me right off the top, so I just like that. That was the only thing he really knew how to play at the time. So again, I just love these little stories. But anyway, and to talk about again, with Tim Finn was on vocals here as well. Neil Finn was lead vocals and guitar. Noel Crombie was on vocals and percussion. Malcolm Green was on drums. Bass guitar was Nigel Griggs, and like I said, Eddie Rayner on keyboards. And again, I just love the video where they're all put together at one point there, just playing their instruments and having a good time, looks like. And I love their look too. I just can't fawn over them enough, I guess. They got some makeup on. And again, that reminds me of the Cars. I mean, I think of Benjamin Orr, one of the hottest guys ever lived. But anyway, he had some makeup on at his points as well. Anyway, but yeah, had some makeup on. I mean, they were looking stylish, and they're, kind of outlandish kind of performance. And yeah, they were just stole the show. I mean, they knew how to put on a performance here. So anyway, and I love that, this was before Crowded House, and I had no idea what Neil did before Crowded House. And I mean, my God, I didn't know that this existed until now. So I mean, I guess that's the point of a reaction. People request this, and I find out what the hell goes on. Anyway, looking at the lyrics here, I guess I've said everything I wanted to say. Like I said, I love the kind of cryptic guitar, and I love, the chorus. That chorus is going to stay in my head. And again, it's a lot of, I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You could see my eyes. We could see his eyes. You could tell that I'm not lying, and it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I wouldn't want to look into his eyes for too long, because I mean, yeah, that was a big focal point of the video. But yeah, it's just like, he has a lot of, like I said, insecurity, it seems like, insecurities, and it seems like he's just kind of doesn't know what to do. So I just love the whole performance of it all. So anyway, getting into the first verse, right off the bat, I got you, that's all I want. I won't forget, that's a whole lot. I don't go out, not now that you're in. Sometimes we shout, but that's no problem. Actually, there are some annotations here on genius.com. I'm just seeing, whatever. It does say, again, talks about, that's all I want. All it seems like he ever wanted was to get this person, maybe her, I guess, probably. He's only wanted her. And, I don't go out now that you're in. It's just like, he seems like he's really just kind of gone downhill since he got this person. Sometimes we shout, but that's no problem. It seems like the relationship might not be that great, but at the same time, he's like, I don't want it to end. Anyway, and then the chorus again, I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. And again, I can't get over how much, how he, his performance in the video, Neil's, was just so good. And again, there is an annotation here on Genius. Usually, I don't read these all the time, but I'm just curious. It says he is insecure. So there, like I was saying, because she is all that he wants, and at the back of his mind, he knows how easily she could leave. He becomes frightened at the prospect, fueling his obsession. And that's another point there. Yeah, he seems a little bit obsessed. And even if this relationship might not work out, or it probably shouldn't continue on, maybe, he's not having any of that. Second verse, look at you, you're a pageant, you're everything that I've imagined, but something's wrong. I feel uneasy. You show me, tell me you're not teasing. And again, it's just like, I mean, there's a point where you're obsessed with your partner, but it seems like sometimes there's a line where you go past it, and it's like, okay, you're a little bit too much, too obsessed or something. I mean, my God. Anyway, it seems like he loves this person very much, and she's not, showing it as much back. And I mean, I can't blame her, for God's sakes. And again, the chorus comes in once again, such an earworm of a chorus. It goes on, third verse again. This, it seems like he's going a little bit further and further. There's no doubt, not when I'm with you, when I'm without. I stay in my room. Where do you go? I get no answers. You're always out. It gets on my nerves. It's just like, oh shit, Neil's about to lose it here. And it's just like, again, he has no trust. And I mean, maybe he shouldn't have any trust. I don't know what this girl's doing, but again, he's very paranoid. And it's just like, that's the whole point of a relationship. You gotta have trust. You gotta trust somebody wherever they're going, that they can hang out with their friends, and you're not gonna be weird and calling every 20 minutes or whatever. You better not be with another guy or something. It's just like, so yeah. I mean, obviously, Neil here, the narrator, whatever, has some issues. He's a bit paranoid and insecure and stuff. And I mean, it sounds like a person who's not gonna get into many relationships, and when he gets into one, he's going to try to keep it forever. And, it's that whole point of like, maybe the girlfriend will say, it's over, and he'll say, no, it's not. It's not over. What are you talking about? Anyway, and then the outro, of course, I don't get why sometimes I get frightened. You can see it in my eyes, but I tell you, I'm not lying. But I don't know why sometimes I get frightened, and it just continues on. And again, it seems like he's kind of having troubles with himself. He's just like, maybe he doesn't want to be this frightened or this insecure, but at the same time, he's just like, I don't know what happened, why it happens, but it happens. And I'm just, without you, I'm nothing. And it's just like, and I always wonder where you are when you're not around me. It's just like that whole problem. So anyway, I just really enjoyed the song. And again, I love that, I guess I'd have to listen to more Split Ends here. Because again, like I said, this is their biggest hit. It was I would think it was the number one, I want to say. Let me get confirmation on that. So I see here it went to number one in Australia and New Zealand, of course, New Zealand, where the band was from. And I did see, I thought it went to number one in Canada as well. I thought I saw somewhere, but maybe I'm just dumb. Anyway, obviously, I just love the whole thing, obviously, with the mellow, verses, and then just that big jump into the choruses. I love that kind of contrast. And also, I did see here, why not? I did see that Neil talked about how he and Tim would write songs, and it goes on here. Yeah, it said, like, in an interview with BBC Radio, he talked about how, he would start a song off with just like the title. He said, Tim and I were having sessions where he'd throw me a title and I'd throw him a title, and we'd go off into our respective rooms and write a song. He gave me the title, I Got You, and I went in and wrote it. And I thought the verse was pretty good, but I thought the chorus was only a bit average, and I should change it at some point. But in fact, it was never changed. It just goes to show I don't know a hit when I hear one, really. So I like there's a bit of self-deprecation at the end there. So I just like that, here's a title, go write a song. It's just like, Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, just love that. So I guess that's all I'm going to say. So respect, I just respect the hell out of these two guys, and again, Crowded House, love a few songs from them too, and now seeing Split Ends, it's been a nice ride. So anyway, thanks for the request, of course. Thanks for watching. My God. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.